I will refrain from talking about wrestling now. Now let's go to the Twitch. And not the articles on Magic the Gathering. Because I'm a massive nerd.
Joe's very excited about Magic.
Yeah, we're going home. We're going home. The band's back together.
Not yet. We're getting back
We're
together.
getting there. We're getting the band back together. I have to stop or I'm going to talk about Magic for like 8,000 years.
Let's see. Oh yeah, we met that new guy last time.
Yes, we met Norton Mapes last time. Also, I'm going to be less helpful this time because I have once again forgotten to play ahead a bit.
That's fine.
I do remember this game pretty well, but you know. Oh, and there's our stream. Where we can hear our voices suddenly coming out of my phone.
Uh-oh.
Oh, cool. It's muted. Oh no, I can't see our chat though. Switch to desktop mode, please. Oh, it looks like I'm gonna have to go through the Twitch app, which is just... That's not gonna be good, but...
Oh, you don't have the app?
No, I do have the app, but the app is less reliable in terms of staying open.
I see.
Yeah, like I like to go to the web client just because it stays open more frequently than...
That makes sense. I didn't know that.
Yeah, or that's something I've noticed over time. I think it's because the video, like, because the application can sleep itself more easily, the browser is just, like, when the browser knows video is playing, it's just like, I will now stay open.
Yeah, actually, you're totally right.
Yeah.
So I was talking...
Jelly says f.e.a.r. You were talking.
Hi, Jelly. I was talking to a friend of mine about how we're playing f.e.a.r. on the stream.
Mm-hmm.
And they asked me one question. They asked, did you get to the ladder part yet? And I was like, God damn.
Yep. Yep. They might not even be referencing that latter part yet.
What?
Yep. Welcome. And see, this is what I'm talking about. This game is setting you up to believe certain things.
Be scared of ladders.
That's one of them. It's setting you up to believe certain things. And now we will find out what else it's setting you up for.
That's horrifying. I'm terrified right now.
It's such a... I love this game so much. It's so good.
Is multiplayer still open?
There might still be servers. I mean, 90% of them are going to be like pistols and bicycle kicks or penetrators only.
Is that really?
Yeah, that's the last time I played f.e.a.r. multiplayer, which was probably a decade ago. No, more than a decade ago now. But yeah, a lot of levels centered around just everyone having penetrators.
Good.
And then there was one level that was entirely glass.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you just had to balance on the edges of windows.
Oh no.
It was nuts.
Is this the one we left off at?
Well.
Well.
We'll find out now. f.e.a.r. operatives successfully infiltrated the Armacam headquarters buildings of f.e.a.r. Escort neutralized an ambush. Additional U.S. Special Forces assets have been scrambled. Efforts to establish negotiations with hostile forces have been unsuccessful.
That's what happens.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. I apologize.
Oh, oh god.
Oh.
There we go. Now you guys won't get feedback.
Good. How do I, That's how.
Yeah, bicycle kick. There's also a slide kick.
How?
I think it's crouch shift walk.
Whoops.
It's harder to do than the bicycle kick and the roundhouse kick. No, you have to be in motion first and then hit, like, crouch melee. It's hard.
No. Oh well. I was thinking, crouch. That's what I am so good at.
Yeah. That's an actually pretty hard one to pull off. Meanwhile, bicycle kick, though.
Bicycle kick. So good.
The secret tech.
Did I saw...
Remember, X is your flashlight.
Yes, right. I forgot I had one of those.
And Z is not to be touched unless you are low on health.
I touched it.
You touched the butt. Although, I mean, you were like...
I wasn't low, but I wasn't...
You were
was
about,
down
like,
there.
half.
Yeah.
You were at about half,
No,
so...
I didn't waste any, I don't think.
No, I don't think that was the particular way.
It looks like I can go up here.
Yes, I believe we can.
But I want to talk... Wait a second.
There's some goo.
Some goop. Come on! I can do
You
this.
gotta climb up this. Yeah. Those electrolytes.
Get out of here. Just in case.
Uh-oh, no. It switched... God damn it. It switched us to a different video.
Oh, no.
It switched to the Darkwood video. Became Plus. Or Twitch Plus. Alright, now chat is back.
Darkwood. If you guys haven't seen it, you should totally go check it out.
Yeah.
Playing Darkwood. It's
Now we gotta
great.
go talk to this
Oh
asshole.
my god, he's so good.
It's back that way.
Why do you want us to bring down the security system anyway?
Never mind why. You want my help, that's the price.
I don't trust him.
Just wait here.
Norton mate.
Ta-ta.
You tested this last time.
Oh yeah, that's right. He's got like
Run along.
He's got like a punchable face. I think it's less his face and more like his smugness.
Yeah.
Bye now.
Oh, I got it.
Yeah, he's kind of an asshole.
You just gonna stand here all day?
Yes. Sir. Uh-oh. Checkpoint.
Dad health pack. Dad health pack life.
I'm very upset that I can't open this.
It was a simpler time.
There it is.
Fizzy cola. I'm a diet squish man. I remember this.
Anything. Oh, don't say that.
No, I just remember this entryway.
It's so funny.
That is
Cheesy
quiet today.
coos.
Cheesy
Yep.
booze. Yep, cheesy booze. Longshoremen. Folks.
These
I
are
like
very, like...
I like folks instead of people.
Yeah. That's so good. I didn't even realize that. Oh, someone ate a lot of stuff.
I wonder whose desk that is.
But, oh, yeah.
Ah!
Yes. What is it, F?
You have one message.
Oh, gosh.
First message from
Ian Hives. Norton,
Please
it's
stop.
Ian Hives. Look, Alice Wade stopped by my office this morning, and I feel a little awkward saying this, but, well, I really need you to tone down the innuendo around her. It's not that I personally give a rat's ass, but the last thing we need right now is a sexual harassment case drawing unwanted attention to this task force. It's supposed to be a secret after all, okay? Thanks, Norton.
Wow.
end of messages.
That guy's kind of a dick, too.
Yep.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, they did make an army of clone soldiers.
Accurate.
But now, so we've learned several things from that, just that one message.
There's a woman named Alice Wade. Have we heard about her before?
No. We know there's a woman named Alice Wade. There's a man named Ian Hives.
Whoa! Okay. Sorry. That's the button. I
Yeah.
forgot.
So we know there's Alice Wade and Ian Hives. Alice Wade seems to have some sort of position of authority. She knows about the task force. We've learned about the task force, which is supposed to be secret. But Alice Wade and Ian Hives know about it. And Norton Mapes is on it. Also, we've learned that Norton Mapes is a creeper.
Yeah.
And also, kind of, his desk area is kind of a mess.
And what?
His desk area is kind of a mess.
What did you say? I'm sorry.
That his desk area is kind of a mess.
Yeah. But is that just because of now? Like...
I mean, I get the impression by the layout of it, that's just kind of him.
It's really gross. Is that even, like... Can he get fired for that?
Probably. But I mean, maybe that is a sign of how valuable
How important he is, yeah.
Take him out! Check him out!
See, I'm getting better at it.
Yeah.
Gotta remember, pop that bullet time.
Yeah. That bullet time life.
I think that was all of them.
I want to be careful. They might be sneaking up the stairs.
Yeah. I actually wanted to check. There's no run, right? I keep forgetting.
No, there is no run.
I just wanted to check if there was something over here I wanted to take a look at. This space. Okay, this is a dead end. I should have checked that first.
In fact, as Tom points out, the list of task force members so far.
For this secret thing.
Hives, Wade, Moody, Mapes.
Moody, that's right.
Yeah. So now we have, like, we know now that there's also this broader overarching project connecting them. And further, we know about a,
And what's his... Fettel wants people dead that
we
are
know,
associated with
we also know a guy named Michael, what's his face? Michael?
I don't remember.
The guy who was angry at Ian Hives earlier.
Oh, yeah, there was a...
Yeah. What you
right.
seem to forget is the last time we saw the synchronicity event, blah, blah, blah.
Right, that's right.
Yeah. And now we also know that this task force might be... Well, we don't know much about this task force yet. But we also know that simultaneously, Armacam is investigating a synchronicity event with Fettel and someone that they only refer to as her.
Yeah, who I assume is the little girl, because it seems like it would be logical that it would be her.
Yes. And we also know that Moody told us something about Origin and Alma.
Yes, Alma, that's right.
Whoever
I should,
or
go
whatever
back,
that is.
I should go back and watch our streams before we do this again. 'Cause then I won't forget.
I'm kind of curious. It's already getting to ya.
You're curious about what?
What conclusions you're drawing so far?
Well, synchronicity would imply, like, some psychic... I'm connection that, Fettel has with the girl. Synchronicity would imply that, the word in and of itself.
Yeah. And his I'm not sure if they're my memories or hers.
Yeah.
Do you have any other conclusions or thoughts?
I'm wondering if the girl is real, as in if she is alive, or if she's like some sort of poltergeist, or if she is physically somewhere and like astral projecting herself because she's seen, like, she like just appears places. Although Fettel also just appears places too. And I'm wondering what I have to do with all of this too. Like, why do they treat me differently? And what the heck is up with what's his face, my teammate?
Jankowski.
Yeah, he's in the Shadow Realm.
Cast into the Shadow Realm. Current status, Shadow Realm.
Accurate.
Folks with Longo. Who I'm assuming is supposed to be Fabio.
I think so.
Which is a dated reference even by this game's standards.
Is it?
This is 2005.
No. Fabio will always be a pertinent reference.
I mean, I can't believe that they're making that reference.
Don't worry about it.
Come on. Nah, nothing. Nothing, not even a little bit.
What?
I can't believe they're making it.
Oh, god damn it!
Tom also points out Marshall Disler was the name of the angry guy. Scooch over a little bit.
Which
I
way?
think there's a door there that there might be, like, not from our side, but from, like, a room back there. There might be a door. Or wait,
That might
or is there a vent? I remember getting into this room. There's either a door or a vent. Yeah.
Here we go.
Let's see. I remember this game.
Oh my gosh, boss fight. Oh, that was scary.
So you've dropped
Oops.
your submachine gun.
Yeah.
Do you want to keep the assault rifle? Because you are getting more ammo for it now. And it has a different feel than the submachine gun. I do not want to, like, you know, and if you do if you shift scope it, it's got a pretty tight firing range.
What do I have here? Shoddy?
Short gun and the penetrator.
Penetrator, definitely. Short gun? Oh, shotgun.
Yeah.
I was like, what's a short gun?
The short gun. It's the shortest gun.
And assault rifle. I think I'm gonna stick with this for now. I'm lost.
So back this way is towards the room. Stop. Turn around. Hammer time. So back into the office. Towards where that flashing light is the way forward.
This way?
Yeah. I believe there's... No, hang on. Oh, no, the security station is... That security station is where you're supposed to go. Remember, because Mapes wants us to deactivate the security for this area.
Right. How do I do such a thing? Oh, I almost missed that.
Gotta be careful.
Here we go.
That should do it. Mr.
There it
Mapes,
goes.
copy. Mr. Mapes! Where is that idiot? Fuck
just
it,
shook
we'll
his
stand
butt
to
at
do
you.
this the hard way. Okay, find that server and
Yeah.
reboot it.
That's why he's slapping his ass at the camera.
Why is he a jerk?
I mean, we did... I don't want to get too much into that man's mind, but we did just establish he sexually harasses his coworkers.
Yeah, his boss doesn't care.
Yeah.
What a creep. And I wonder if the...
Also, efficient use of level space. Do you see that?
that they opened up the...
That gate is that puts us right back towards the entrance rather than fighting through that whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I like how it makes the space feel real and like lived in.
I wonder if the soldiers tried to attack him or didn't attack him on purpose.
Also, this music. It's what I like about it is it's not music for an action game.
Yeah.
Like even this music leading up to a combat is very like ominous and like heartbeaty.
Being a little Heidi boy.
My Little Heidi Boy is the name of my Die Antwoord cover band.
Ooh. Oh. Well, why can't I go over here?
I think you got crouched.
Oh, I thought I was crouching. Okay.
Nope.
Oh, why did you die? You had this right here. Sir, I'm so sorry. Come check it, sir. Oh no, I shot him! I thought it was him! No, you don't.
It was a good plan, though.
What?
That was a really good plan.
What, my plan?
Yeah,
Thanks.
but the
The shadow.
you.
The shadow got me. The shadow knows.
Wait, does that make Jankowski the Shadow?
Yes! Perfect.
I think they might be that way. Yeah.
I thought
I mean, it's just like, and his friend's corpse falls out of the. It's like, yep, I am not going over there.
I shouldn't be talking either. I let Jankowski get shadified.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like.
More Mins are coming.
I thought you said Mormons are coming.
Squad, check in.
No.
I'm good.
You're also getting more aggressive, I've noticed.
Oh, am I?
Yeah, I think so.
I think I'm getting accustomed to the game.
Yeah.
I gotta remember to use these,
Oh, have good snacks, Jellies.
Mm.
Oh, the lean? Yeah, the lean is super helpful. It definitely is a health saver. Use your aggressive. Sorry.
Let the hate flow through you.
Let the bullet tar. Let the green go. The green goo flow through you. Get those electrolytes.
I think I still have a problem with shooting past the time that they're dead.
You never kind of really get over that. But you're also using weapons that kind of encourage that.
Mm.
Like, and that's not necessarily a problem, really. It's just a playstyle thing.
This is the way he went, wasn't it? I don't remember exactly, but I think this is right.
Well, this is probably an area that was blocked off before, so.
Also, I'm like very surprised that he made it past these guys, unless they didn't show up until he already left.
I think they didn't show up until he already left.
Mm.
Oh, no, he might not be going this way.
Jin. We're on the roof, heading inside.
Oh,
Jin, my
Jin.
friend.
Proceed to rendezvous.
My totally platonic friend.
Corey is
Red.
developing the thirst, too.
the The red hand makes me think of Bethesda games.
Yes.
Oh, I can go in here. Nice.
That's actually where you're supposed to go.
I'd like to look around first.
No, looking around is good. I think that's one of the game's problems, though. Like, I don't know actually whether I've decided it's a problem or not, because the compulsion to look around makes you notice things you wouldn't ordinarily notice, which lets them do scares they couldn't ordinarily get away with. But I think sometimes it slows the pace a little bit.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's actually more effective or less effective.
Okay, I'm showing that the network has been rebooted. Good job. It'll take a minute for the system to come back online.
Have a mighty nomen, Jelly.
Determine status of missing spotted. Oh, okay. I was in the middle of something.
Or those reinforcements they were giving out earlier.
Oh yeah, that's right.
This game.
Oh, that's nowhere to hide.
Don't forget your bullet time.
Yeah.
If you're actually, it's a
Watch this. I tried.
this is a good situation to use bullet time though. Like if you're trying to run across large areas where they because you can often catch them repositioning.
That's cool.
It's yeah, the kick. Is it still on? No, he dodged the kick.
He dodged my kick. I tried so hard.
He dodged the
This guy was
kick.
right about security being on a separate network. I can monitor the camera feed, but I don't have any
So
direct
funny.
access to the system.
Thank you, sir. What was his name? Rowdy Betters?
Yeah, rowdy betters. I love how also like I think that kind of is setting you up for a different game than this is.
What is?
Than like naming him Rowdy Bears. You're expecting to go
that
in
name.
like and kick horror zombies to death, and what's really happening is this almost Doom-esque like heartbeat music. Like
Doom is an interesting comparison to make to this game.
yeah, I think Doom is like I'd like to read more into the behind the scenes conflict over that game, particularly since
There was a conflict?
yeah, so there's this guy who one of the former id guys who would later go on to make Anachronauts.
Event Horizon found. Atomic. I got on an unrelated note, that cactus makes me remember that I need to replant my succulents. They're all outgrowing everything.
Replant My Succulents is the name of my Mountain Goats cover band.
I was gonna say Diantwood again. Offline. Oh, that's a no good.
Also, do not forget your light.
Yes, I always forget.
And don't forget to look for the phones.
Oh no! We don't have to do that. We
You
that's
didn't
fine.
even see. You didn't even see.
What happened? Was there something
Her
spooky?
face. Her face was on those monitors over there.
Oh really?
Yeah.
No, I was too scared by the noise.
See, this is how the game gets to you.
And friggin' one of those shoot 'em robots clones are gonna come out and attack me while I'm all on edge.
Actually, coming up is a thing where I am going to strictly control you.
Okay.
I am assuming direct control of this form.
Oh no.
Does this hurt you, Shepard?
A little.
Apparently Harbinger was into that freaky shit.
That's unfortunate.
No. No floopy doopuses. We gotta There's important stuff coming up. Oh wait, no. Hang on. Go back a little bit. Just put peek down that corner. You can floopy doop as long as you want. I'm a little early.
Oh no.
But unfortunately, for the sake of commentary, there
You're
is
heading
going
toward
to
the
be
last known location of that Delta team. Secure the site and wait for Jen.
She had better freaking be on her way. I'm all alone. I'm all alone except for Shadow Realm Jankowski, who I'm not okay with.
and a little girl.
And a little tiny girl.
Who may or may not have definitely cast Jankowski into the Shadow Realm.
Yep. Poor Jankowski. He wasn't really very nice to me, but...
You've seen her, haven't you? She is the original.
Fettle, please.
I just picked up Fettle's transmitter somewhere ahead of you. Be careful.
I saw him!
I was made from her, and I was born from her.
That's horrifying.
We are separate, but we are one.
It's the synchronicity. I wonder... Spoilers for, Resident Evil 7, so if you don't want to hear that, bloop out for a minute. But,
Octun! Spoilers approaching.
I wonder if, it's a Resident Evil 7 issue where it's like, she appears to you as a little girl, but she's actually not. And I wonder if she's even still, like, physically alive. These visions that I'm having.
I, of course,
You know the answers.
cannot say.
Okay, Resident Evil 7 spoilers are gone. They were mild spoilers, sort of.
Loving all those health packs, right?
No, I don't.
Wonder if something's coming up.
I'm gonna shoot something. No!
Oh no. Oh no, I lost my... Oh no, my phone died.
Oh.
Hold, please. Let us hold here for a moment while I desperately go get my charger.
Good. Proud. Hi guys. How's it going? I'm good, thanks. Everything is fine. If you're saying things, I can't see it.
Everything is fine. Oh man.
This is fine. We're fine.
Fine. We're all fine here. How are you?
Good. Fine.
I am primarily fine.
Primarily. Secondarily.
Trash. We're gonna actually probably have to move ahead while this charges a little.
Alright.
Sorry, chat. Hold your
Apologies.
comments and smart remarks for a moment until
Okay.
I tell you
I
otherwise.
could probably turn it on here.
Oh wait, actually that might be a good idea. Hold, please. We appear to be experiencing technical difficulties. Aha, give me that. Give me that.
Give me that yum yum.
Oh god.
What?
It's a Nexus and I've already forgotten where the volume control is.
It's all the way down. I mean, I turned the volume down.
Okay.
At least I think I did. I'm pretty sure I did.
Ah! I see a gel.
How
And
is
a
it?
tam.
Damn. Here we go.
So we have you back, chat. Now,
Oh no, no. No, that doesn't have to happen. Oh shoot, I clicked the wrong button. I wonder if you go into bullet time when these hallucinations happen, what happens? Oh, there's fire. Got a little baby girl. She likes fire. Jakowski, please don't be Jakowski. Oh no! Oh no! That, was that a ghost?
Look behind you.
Oh, I'm in a different place. Alright, and I can't see anything. This is really unfortunate. Oh no. This just got really weird. This just got
Do you recognize this place?
Oh, there she is! No. Oh, this is the place from the beginning. I couldn't go in there.
Yeah. Dissolve to ash. Just like Jakowski.
Shadow Realm Jakowski. I don't even know if I can shoot those phantoms. Can I get in between here? I'm afraid that I'm gonna get hurt. Guess not. No, you don't have to. Okay, so they do disappear on their own.
They did hurt you though.
She is a prisoner, floating in darkness, like the unborn in the womb. Soon I will find her, and I will set her free.
Shit, I lost him again. Fuck.
She's gonna be in like a tube chamber thing. I know it. She's gonna be like Genova. Please settle.
I mean, I don't know who Genova is. And I, of course, can't say.
Genova from Final Fantasy VII. Sephiroth's mom-ish?
Ah.
Please.
Also, you unloaded on those ghosts.
I did indeed. Because you don't know if you can. Oh, how do I do what?
There's stairs.
Oh, there are?
Literally back where you just were.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
In here? Oh. Good. I don't know. You could shoot the demons, maybe.
Well, no, I'm not saying that. I'm not commenting on whether, because as evidence, they did hurt you when you let them hit you.
Yeah.
But you're like, just as an outside observer, you didn't. It was just like this instinctual reaction where you were like, ah!
Shoot him. Caution. Yeah, definitely caution in here. You're gonna be tripping.
How? Where's your like tension level at?
P high. Not all the way up, but P high.
Oh wait, I may need to start assuming direct control of this form soon. So keep on going forward. Keep on doing your thing. Ah, yes, right here. Go follow the blood trail.
Okay.
Keep on.
Oh.
Remember, you're looking for the SWAT team.
My God.
Now stand there
What do you think,
Right.
Dan?
in the center.
There was a lot of anger in this room.
Look up.
That's great.
No, in the center of that.
I don't see
right
any
there.
bullet holes. There's no brass
Yeah.
lying around either.
So
These
there,
guys
and
didn't fire a
look up
shot.
Look up at the platform above you.
I don't know.
We'll
Keep
figure
going,
it out.
looking around it.
All right, buddy, get moving. Vettel's gotta be close.
There she is.
I'm not even sure where to start.
She's right. She's looking at me.
Almost complete liquefaction.
Just like the
Maybe a
SWAT team
chemical
before.
agent?
Yeah. I figured it was her because that's what she does.
This is going to take some time.
And she was still there,
She's looking.
watching you.
Hold the beach in.
And now I didn't notice that one until my like second or third playthrough through.
Mm-hmm.
But when you look up and see her, just fucking fun. With this noise and just the dripping from the what I can only describe as a bloodgasm that happened in here.
She's reacting well.
Yeah.
She kind of looks like I just installed Fallout 3 because I'm trash.
Yeah.
And she kind of looks like the character that I made for my new playthrough. Because I've never played Fallout 3 on PC.
Oh, really?
I played it on Xbox, so I never was able to experience mod heaven.
Mod heaven.
Jin, please. Jin,
But yeah,
please. Jin Kowski's in the shadow realm.
Alma was watching you while you examined more of her work.
It's too creepy.
And this is actually, like, even worse than before if you look around.
It's everywhere.
It's on the walls.
This is,
She clearly dragged someone across the floor there. Several people, actually. So there's that drag mark, and then the drag mark you followed in.
This is about accurate to how my periods are.
Yeah.
About accurate.
About accurate. Maybe she's just having her
Watch your
period.
back.
No, she's a little girl, though. I don't know. It depends. If she's, like, around 10, that's possible. Uh-oh. Wait, did that guy just say watch your back? Please. Wait, why am I not staying with them?
So she's examining the site.
Did she just tell me to do something? I don't even I was too, like, wrapped up in the freakiness of it.
You are supposed to press on.
Who am I looking for now? Is there a...
No, there's no objective screen.
No journal? Alright. Oh, I'm supposed to jump down here, aren't I? That's good.
This is the end of a level.
Jin. Godspeed.
We always had Paris.
Godspeed, Spider-Man! Remains of missing f.e.a.r team have been found. f.e.a.r technical officer is on the scene conducting forensic analysis. f.e.a.r mission coordinator has detected Paxton Fettle's transmitter signal in the area. I saw him too. But he is, like, kind of, like, hunched over. If that was even him. Yeah, I think it was him. His voice is there. Armicam personnel are presently unaccounted for, other than all the dead ones.
Only guards so far.
There weren't any, they were all guards?
Yeah, all guards, no office workers.
Interesting. Well, the office workers have to get their faces eaten off by Paxton Fettle. And why he does that, we're yet to know.
Although he did drop some very interesting lines in the hallways.
About, I was made from her.
I was born of her.
Yeah. And we're separate but the same.
Also, think back to... Well, I shouldn't say if you haven't noticed.
Okay.
But there have been interesting hints in the hallucinations thus far.
Like the spooky ghosts, and the girl is very sad. But she's killing a bunch of people. And that's no good.
The screaming, hallways full of blood.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say anything else.
Mission. f.e.a.r combat operative. We gotta name him. Protag. John f.e.a.r Marine.
Good.
f.e.a.r combat operative will attempt to intercept Fettle. Oh, that's what I'm doing? Okay.
Yep. Gotta hunt down that Fettle. stop the... Remember there was a clone army going about.
That's right.
I know there's this creepy hell girl and blood mists and shadow realms. But remember, let's focus on the important things. The giant clone army. Never mind the ghost evaporating like people into blood mist. Remember that sound?
Oh, for a second I thought the shadow was her. I don't remember that. Oh wait. Oh no, is it gonna be the ninjas? The
There's armor on that.
electro ninjas?
Who we believe might possibly be from a project
Icarus?
called Icarus.
Yeah. See, I remember a few things. I think it's a little harder for me. Oh, secrets. I think it's a little harder for me to put all the pieces together. In part because there are gaps between.
Yeah, we've had
playtimes.
we've had some unfortunately mandatory large gaps in the session.
I think I might have. Otherwise, like if I were playing this normally.
Oh, I suspect so, but
That I
it
would
has
have
been
more.
like 3 weeks since our last.
Yeah. You know.
Hostage is secured. Flashlight requesting it now. Check it out, Roger. Keep it alive until the commander gets there.
God, it's probably Norton.
There was also a sneaky snake area.
Yeah, I noticed that. I just like exploring.
No, exploring stuff. I just wanted to make sure
But wait a second.
you
I'm lost.
noticed that.
Yeah. That's why I opted not to continue because I just wanted to see something. But
Yes.
thank you for reminding me.
A hostage, though.
Yes, a hostage.
Until the commander gets there,
Fettle?
presumably. And what do we know Fettle does to hostages?
Oh, if it's he kind of deserves it though. If it's that dick. No, I guess he doesn't deserve to have his face ripped off. He deserves something, but maybe not that.
I mean, eaten, ripped off.
What?
I wonder if you can ambush them from there.
Oh,
I wonder if that
here.
looks down onto them.
This. Yeah, it does.
Oh, yeah.
Let's check this one.
Is there any goo? Looks like another spot to ambush them.
Oh.
That's right, I remember this. I would hide out right there at that, I would hide out up here, and I can't remember which vent I used, but I would smash out one of the vents, in slow-mo, kill one of them, run over to the other vent, and then, like, slow-mo kill another guy.
That's badass.
I mean, this took a lot of practice, and I played this game six or seven times.
Can I shoot through the vent?
No, you gotta, yes. Shooting the vent breaks the vent, so... If you keep slow-mo up, you probably could have, looked at the other vent and stopped the guy up there.
Is that a guy?
Yeah, there was a guy up there.
I noticed there was, but I don't...
I think he's gone now. Because you got the shut-ins.
It's over there.
I'm not. Don't worry about it.
Squad, get to cover. Where? Target spotted! Advancing.
Hi, you see me. I am the darkness, sir.
Oh. Yep, he's dead. For a second, it's just like, wait.
They threw a grenade in here. I'm a goner.
I wonder if they can get one up here. I genuinely am not too sure about their aim.
Oh, I need it.
You see it, it's just like, the need.
I have a mighty need. Is that all of them? Might be.
A mighty need for
Speed.
Diet squish.
I like demon seed.
I'll always be a diet squish guy. Deep in my heart. I know liquid demon seed is that's some choice soda, but the squish. Can you taste the squish?
Oh, it's gross.
Oh wait, what is that?
Can I? Oh, I can't. Oh,
You're full up,
wow.
which means you've got a little health. You could fill up and then grab that.
Well, what's my max? I don't even know.
It looks like it's like 150 right about now.
I'll give it a second.
Was there a penetrator back there that
Was there?
grabbed? It was next to the health pack, I think. You might have already grabbed it.
I think I grabbed it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh yes. Here it is.
You have one new message.
Whose desk is this?
First message from
Harlan Wade. Mike, it's Harlan Wade.
Mike.
Chuck Habiger seems to think that people are blowing smoke up his ass on this Perseus situation. Now, I don't know which one of you shitheels over there is calling the shots, but you'd better stop digging around fast, because the readings are getting worse by the minute. It's really a simple choice. You can either listen to the expert advice you're being given, or you can brace yourselves for the ass fuck of the century, because it's coming. You mark my words on that.
Harlan Wade.
end of messages.
He holds no punches.
Harlan Wade,
Yeah.
Alice Wade.
They're related.
We've got a Mike,
Mike.
whose desk this is. Charles Haberger felt that some people over here, whether this is a secret team, we do not know, but people were blowing smoke up his ass. Harlan Wade also seems concerned about readings, much in the same way that the previous M-named guy was, whose name I forget.
Yeah, from last stream.
Yeah, from last stream.
Oh my gosh, another one.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Was there?
Oh, there they are. I think I headshotted him.
Yeah, I think you got it. Yep,
What?
Generally, when they say sniper, is when you've
Headshotted them?
headshot. Femoral artery shot.
What? I thought he was over here.
They're being sneaky boys.
Where did they go?
Also, don't forget to look around the office cells once you're done killing these boys.
Yeah, I know. I just don't want to get.
No, yeah,
Shotted.
good idea. Good life. Where the hell did they go?
There was one. There was only one.
Snort. As
he dies.
As you turn their brains into a Jackson Pollock painting.
Rough. Whoa! Was that supposed to happen? My shadow kind of looks like Fettle.
That's probably gonna happen.
What?
Like with someone's gonna make a Jackson Pollock painting with human brains.
Is that legal?
Well, we've got like all this CRISPR shit now, and cloning technology is getting better. Someone probably in our lifetimes is gonna clone their own brain.
That would be incredible.
Yeah.
You should do it.
I question the ethics of that, actually.
I would do it.
I mean, it depends on, like, if it's not a functioning brain, then yes, I would do that. But...
And, like, what would be the,
ethical implications of...
No, not even that. What would be... I'm wondering about the ownership?
If it's your brain, it's...
Well, but if a company clones your brain, do they own it? Or do you
right
own
now, companies own your genetic code.
it? Oh, good.
Yeah. We live in... Oh, there he is! Nice.
I smacked him.
Yeah, so, like, companies can, because of the U.S. court system's insane, in this country, companies can copyright your genetic code.
Well, that's good. I know that there are talks at the very least about what's it called? Companies testing your genetic code and seeing what you're predisposed for.
Yeah. In some cases, that can mean companies owning the rights to your the stuff they find in your genes.
Well, and also deciding when to let you off. Like if you are highly predisposed for
Oh yeah.
a certain cancer or something, like they can be like, well, goodbye, so that they don't have to pay.
You have one new message.
Here we go.
First message from
Marshall Disler.
Hi, it's Marshall Disler. Looks like you were right about the energy signature. It's identical to the original. Still trying to come up with an explanation, but I figured you'd at least want confirmation. I'll be in touch when I know more.
end of messages.
Whose office is this?
That's a good question.
Is Marshall Disler the other guy who doesn't care about?
No, he is one of the angry men's who's sounding the alarm about some energy readings that are off the charts. Seems like he was right.
You think? See, this guy is not.
That's a worksman who is very dead.
He's pretty cute though.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it reminds me of a boss I have.
Boss, you soon to be.
Yes.
He's after the hostage.
No. Maybe.
I mean,
I guess. I have to find Fettel, so.
and I mean, they are waiting for the commander with the hostage. Remember, you got the zoom.
Oh, right.
And you got a lot of bullet time.
Team, take cover. Fire in the hole!
No. Yeah.
Panicked.
You're in zoom mode, which will slow you down.
Oh.
Nice!
Penetrate that boyo. Nah, don't worry about it.
You are not slow.
I wanted to kick him.
If you do want to kick them, that situation, like running up and like shotgunning, and that's a excellent situation for the use of your bullets and the time that comes with them. Because you can probably run that distance and they will not get off many hits on you. And then you can roundhouse kick to your heart's content.
Too bad they don't have names on the doors.
Oh, the light's still on?
Maybe it was before?
You have one new message. First message from
Marshall Disler.
Yes, this
Hi,
Okay.
Marshall Disler. Looks like you were right
What I
about
like
the
about
energy
this
signature.
over
Identical
other
to the original.
games
Still trying to come up with an explanation, but I figured you'd at least want
is it gets softer as you walk away.
end of messages.
Yeah.
A lot of games it's just like, now you're following this.
Squad, take cover. Push him out.
Grenade.
Die, motherfucker.
This be that time.
Look how big the bullet for this is.
I can't see.
It's sticking out of the wall. Oh no, it's gone now. Before it was like sticking like a solid 3 inches out of the wall. Grenade. Oh no. So much grenade.
Got him. He's moving in. We haven't even been out on a date yet. I make jokes.
Which way?
Yeah! Yes!
Boy.
Power of bullet time.
Got him.
Get me out of here!
And nailed that one to the wall.
Yeah.
Is anybody there?
Is this the jerk guy or is this a nice
Can anybody
guy?
hear
That's
me?
definitely not Norton Mapes' voice.
Good.
I'm in the supply closet!
Yeah, I hear you. I'm just in the middle of something. Oh, I could have gone around here and been sneaky.
I actually don't think...
not.
No, I don't think you can. Yeah, I think you're just abandoning that poor man to his fate.
That's fine. I wonder if I could. I wonder if
No,
it
you
would allow
cannot.
me to.
He is plot significant.
I wonder which men's he is.
Which spicy boy.
Which spicy.
I keep hearing Diane Tord in my head now. Just leaning up against the wall.
He really likes this artwork. He's like really
This is
examining-
performance art.
This is performance. I was actually thinking of a performance piece. I'll talk to you about it later. It's kind of like a fine art meets performance, and I wonder if anyone has ever done it before.
Speaking of, shameless plug.
Uh-oh.
This human sitting right next to me, Corey Siegenthaler,
Yep.
is Jezebel Locked on Patreon
Yeah.
and Twitter and Instagram.
And everything.
She produces fine art in the face medium
Uh-oh.
for you humans to consume with your eye body parts
Yeah.
and your hand thoughts.
Yeah, check out my art if you feel like it.
Yeah, and def throw money at this human.
Only if you want. If you want to. That would be much appreciated. Let's look at this now. The shameless plug is over.
Yeah, the shameless plug is over.
Finally! Can you do
Alive.
something about these bombs?
All right, another civilian. Den Mother, we've located a hostage. Sounds like he's wired up with explosives. Roger, I'll send somebody to help out. Give him a comm link.
You're supposed to give him a comm link.
Oh, here you go.
Hello? You guys special forces or something?
Sorta.
That's right. Just sit tight, Mr.
Bishop. Aldous Bishop.
I've not heard that name yet.
Demo team's on its way. Okay, buddy. There's
Bishop.
some elevators near your position. Secure the area and escort the team back to Bishop.
Rendezvous with the demolition team, a demolition expert at the elevators.
Is this guy coming with me? No, I guess
Nope.
not.
He is staying strapped to his chair full of bombs.
Fettel's coming. You better watch out.
I mean, now technically, what?
I can't handle. I wasn't expecting to see this man.
Here's what happens when you're speaking as a person who dangles in the downstairs region.
Yes.
Here's what happens when you are drunk and have to pee at a bar.
That's what happens.
Yeah, you kind of lean on the wall.
I believe it. When I'm drunk and I have to pee, I try my hardest to A, not fall in my heels,
Mm-hmm.
and B, not get my dress in the toilet.
I know how I feel. Having been into many a men's bathroom, I try and avoid sitting on the toilet seat.
Yeah.
Further, peeing standing up is easier.
Oh yeah, I believe that. You know they have
That gravity, yo.
you know they have contraptions that women can use to pee standing up. Do you know there's a thing?
Yes, I've
I think
read
it's
those
more of a
things.
gag
I think,
thing.
People with non-dangling downstairs genitals can also learn to pee standing up.
Really?
Yeah, it's difficult though.
When because I have my primary sex organs on the inside of me.
Yeah. You dangle upstairs, not downstairs.
You know, there are people who could dangle both.
This is true.
What was I saying? Oh, when I was young, and we would be on really long drives, and sometimes, you know, I feel like they've gotten so much better with rest stops and bathrooms along highways.
I mean, New Jersey's generally pretty good about that. Like,
It might be.
New Jersey rest stops are, like, of the rest stops I've been to, it's like the Taj Mahal compared to a lot of places. Like, and surprisingly, the places that you would think would have bad rest stops, no, not them. Connecticut.
Someone's messing with the security system. They may be trying to box you in.
Oh, it's definitely what's-his-face, that jerk. Oh, this is definitely gonna close behind me. No? Okay. Yeah, so we would, a not zero number of times, my mom had to teach me how to pee in the woods.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of explicitly. Did you get, like, did you do the squat pee, or did you do
Yeah,
that?
well, she taught me how to squat, but I always never understood how to do it, because in my youth, I wore pants, unlike now. And I feel like you just pee in your pants. Like, you pull your pants down, and you squat, and I feel like your pants are right there.
I don't have as much experience with that, although it is difficult, because,
Oh, there it goes! I'm gonna fight!
peeing in the woods. Oh yeah, so basically, stay frosty, because this is basically one of those elevator battles.
Oh, okay.
Where they're just gonna unload everything.
I'll check it out.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh no! Oh no! Yeah, this is a pretty hard section. But yeah, even being able to stand up and pee in the woods is rough.
Yeah?
You might, if you're not careful, you can pee on your shoes.
Oh.
Or
I figured you'd just, like, do it against a tree or something.
yeah, but that's the thing. You gotta make sure you're on the right side of the tree. If you're on a downhill-facing side of the tree.
Oh. That's a good point. I never thought about that.
And then you gotta place yourself, because there's also a splashback. If you pee on the tree too aggressively, you get splashback.
Ew.
This is also the plight of urinals.
Ew.
Yeah, there's actually scientists have done studies. There's actually an ideal spot to pee in a urinal.
Really?
To minimize splashback. Yeah.
Where is it?
I don't know, but they've determined that you can get people to pee in that spot by putting like a fly there, like, or etching a design into the urinal, like by putting like an object there, because people will instinctively pee at that.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I thought so. And I mean, in my experience of urinal peeing, that is accurate.
Plays the thing.
Yeah, where we discuss
messing with the
game
security
design
system.
and human
They may be
bodily
trying to lock you
functions.
I'm ready.
Oh god! Did you see that guy get pulped? Door closing.
Oh, is that what happened?
Yeah. Don't forget your bullet time!
Yes, bullet time. Right. You're right.
Bullet time's so good. Oh no, there's a guy. Oh, right.
This is fine.
Oh no!
Oh, he's got a penetrator.
It's one of the giants. It's one of the armored dudes.
Penetrator.
You're gonna have to get out of the You got a little bolt time. Nice. Whale dong.
Whew. That was tough.
Oh
Sounds
no.
like one's coming though.
More.
Hold your fire. Hey, good to see you again.
Hey, it's holiday.
So that's...
Yeah.
For a second I thought it was Jankowski, and I was like, oh, you're just gonna just be nonchalant like that.
By yourself? What makes you stay alive this long?
Holidays is f.e.a.r team leader.
Oh.
Here goes.
What? Here what goes.
He's blowing a hole in the wall.
We're through.
Cool.
Because the security doors are closed. You're the point, man. Gotta breach it clear! Breach it clear!
Yes, that's why this is here.
You are super tactical.
You gonna show us where that hostage is at?
Be careful. There are poltergeists. All the things my dude could say if he could talk.
Man, I should have called in sick today.
You should have called in sick. They did that on purpose, didn't they?
Yeah.
Oh, you're just gonna go
Bomb expert?
right in there.
That's right. Don't worry, you'll be fine.
Just get this shit off me. Please.
So,
Actually-
this is definitely a pro.
Is that supposed to make me feel better?
It sucks that you didn't get to see it,
Maybe
but
a
he's
pro.
actually, when you guys find him, he's actually pushing himself along.
Fire alarm.
oh, that's cute.
It was triggered at a security office on that floor. You'll need to shut it off to get the elevators back online.
Okay.
Oh, did you notice what happened when the fire alarm went off?
No, what?
Better go check it out.
Oh, the.
Yeah.
It's so easy to miss that because it's so subtle.
Get the elevators
Yeah.
back online, man.
Why can't we just take the stairs? Aren't you supposed to take the stairs in an emergency
Hurry up so we can get the hell out of here.
But you know there's no action, like, there's not a...
Shoot. Shoot. Didn't mean that.
What?
I remember putting, or leaving rather, some sort of health pack back here, and I want to see if I can find it. If it's that guy, it's over for him. Nice.
I mean, there was
here it is.
Yeah. There was the spoopy ghost clicking, though.
That's true. I don't know, maybe he's a ghost too.
This is possible. Really rude, sexually harassing ghost.
Alright.
As Jelly said, it's a varied stream.
Mr. Bishop,
Yeah.
do you have any idea why you were taken hostage?
They were asking about Harlan Wade. Me and his daughter Alice are on the same task force.
What kind of task
Daughter.
force?
We're working on a study on the Auburn district over the past 25 years. Nobody told us what it's for.
Where's his daughter now?
Her office is in the executive building, on the 6th floor.
So we learned a lot from this man.
Yeah, a lot. Bishop. This is
What's up the stairs?
actually the origin story of Bishop from BTM. This is a BTM prequel.
Oh
Even
no,
though
there's
this
a lot of
probably
shit up
takes
here.
What?
Oh wait, is there? No, you might want to explore the downstairs stuff. Oh god, I forgot how much damage of
Oh
this
shoot,
level.
I took falling damage.
Yeah.
Whoops. I'm not a superhuman. Actually, well, I'm not that type of superhuman.
Yeah, you just got tactical.
Tentacool. I hope that they come out with...
Was that blue goo?
Was it? Why didn't I pick it up?
Because you don't auto pick up blue goo.
Oh, you don't?
You?
I guess they did it on purpose. So I have to pay attention.
Yeah. You gotta focus up.
Focus.
Focus up.
Focus up. I forget what I was gonna say. I was gonna say something.
This was the origin story for Bishop.
Yeah. No, that was a one-off joke.
Okay. Gotta warm the audience up. Vamp more. Vamp quickly.
Nice. I don't like the fact that I'm getting a lot of HP. There's a dead man's. Did I kill that man?
Yeah, it's downstairs. From before. That's where you went retreat to get the health back.
You have one new message. First message from Alice Wade.
Oh.
Hey Aldous, it's Alice Wade. I put some photocopies in your mail basket. It's a bunch of news articles I dug up about Auburn from the last 25 years. There's a surprising amount of corroboration of the physical symptoms that old woman told us about. Seems a lot of people over the years reported feeling uncomfortable or nauseated after spending any amount of time there. But if it was some kind of chemical or radiological contamination, why didn't the city find anything in the soil or the groundwater? It doesn't make a lot of sense. Oh well, I'll talk to you soon. End of messages.
So.
But they did find something in water, didn't they?
But that was recently.
Unless it was a cover-up. Either they were incompetent or it was a cover-up.
And we know that there's some conflict because Charles Haberger is getting readings on what was called Perseus.
Yes.
Which is, we know, associated with Icarus.
Yeah, it was like what came after Icarus.
Yeah. But both of them came after a project called Origin.
Was Perseus the one who brought fire to humans, or was he the one who rolled the boulder up the hill?
Fire.
Okay.
Boulder was Sisyphus.
Was it?
Yeah, Sisyphean task. Perseus brought fire and also Pandora and all that stuff. Also the one who gets his liver torn out by an eagle.
Yes. That was a thing. Isn't there some sort of parallel to that in Celtic lore? Is it
not
Loki?
That no, that's Norse.
Norse lore.
Proto-Irish faith, or well, not proto. Irish pre-Christian faiths are. Well, there's stuff you gotta do. You gotta click a button. Remember, you gotta turn off the fire alarm.
Yeah. Oh no.
There's an
First things first.
You have one new message. First message from
Marshall Disler. This is Marshall. Look, something's happening over here at the Perseus compound. I can hear gunshots, but the security system just went down, so I don't know what the situation is. Just send all available security teams to lock this place down. I'll call back once I have a better idea what's going on.
End of messages.
good. So Perseus.
Yes.
We can now assume is the replica.
Yeah. That's what I assumed it was. Like, once they were like Perseus, they started Perseus after Icarus. I thought it was probably what that was, but I wasn't sure. Ah! I knew it.
turn off the alarm though.
This bitch! Why is he trying? I know who you are. Well, I know brief.
Look at the.
I don't even know who I am. No, don't get near.
Great. The elevators are working again.
Shoot.
But now the security gates are all shutting.
I don't
We're gonna
like
have
the
to find another way to
children's
the
getting
room.
near me.
Holiday, can you guys escort Mr. Bishop? We'll take good care of him.
Hopefully he doesn't get his face eaten. Wait, let's see. Mr. Bishop and Alice Wade were working together.
On the task force.
Yeah.
Which we also know that Ian Hives and Norton Mapes were working on. Along with Marshall Disler. Or is Marshall Disler working for the... We know Marshall Disler knows about Perseus. We know Harlan Wade knows about Perseus.
And what's his... Norton.
Does
no,
Norton?
We don't know. We know he was working on something secret. Here we go. Baby girl, please.
She knows who you are.
Apparently she knows me better than I know myself.
Betters, I'm pretty much done here.
Any theories?
I'm gonna need to do some lab work.
Alright, head back to the roof and sit tight. It may be a while before we can get a ride out of there for you.
Understood.
So...
Please.
So there are wheels within wheels. The girl hasn't killed you.
And she knows who we are.
Has she not killed you because she knows who you are?
My guess at this point would be that I was a result of one of the experiments from this place. Like that's my assumption, because I have some sort of supernatural power, and maybe the reason why she doesn't kill me is because she sees me as like a brother or something, like as some sort of other victim of this horrible place. Oh, I'm stuck.
You're stuck. How does get out?
It did something.
I do like that it responds. I actually know the way out of here.
It's back through the elevator.
You're not wrong. Nope. Gotta go back outside.
The other elevator.
Look at them sweet drop ceilings.
I was looking at them, but I'm not really sure how to get up.
The stack next to the elevator.
This?
Wait, other side.
Ah.
Yeah, this you would have been digging around here for a while, because it took... I remember the first time I played through this, it took me like... I literally quit for like a while.
You're like, screw this game.
Yeah. This is one of the game's flaw points. This room is not particularly well designed. Sorry, whatever level designer worked on this particular one. Not great.
Like, there's potential.
Yeah, it's just kind of annoying. Well, I mean, it serves a narrative purpose, but it's annoying. So you didn't increase your floors that much. By the like when you were.
I thought I went down.
No, I think. Oh, that's right. You were going down. I'm sorry. I'm confused.
But this might be. I'm not sure what floor I was on, and I'm not sure what floor I am on. Oh, good dead people. Because we know Alice Wade is on floor 6, or her office at the very least. We don't know if she's actually there. Ooh, squelching.
Did you see that?
Something fell. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good.
Remember the elevator, that had blood pouring out of it.
That's right.
They're dropping bodies from further up the elevator shaft.
Why are you doing this to me? Oh my gosh, I'm full up on first aid again.
I guess you found the staff.
Oh no!
All of them are definitely not security personnel.
Yeah, this guy definitely. That's unfortunate.
They all deserve to die.
He did say that.
The data's uploading. Well, this confirms the point of Perseus was to train telepathic commanders to work with clone soldiers, although it looks like Paxton Fettel was the only commander of the program. The weird thing is, they refer to him as the second prototype.
The first was, what's-her-face? The little baby girl. Baby girl, I will be friends with you if you don't kill me. We can play games. Also, it would be nice if you gave Jankowski back his body. The physical realm.
Didn't cast him into the shadow realm.
Like, he's just a bystander in all of this. Assumedly. Yep.
Mr. Anderson.
Please don't start shooting at me from up here.
Mr. Anderson. That bird freaked me out so much the first time.
Yeah?
I lost my goddamn shit at that bird. There's a health pack.
I can't
Oh,
pick it up.
you're full up?
Yeah.
Oh, and you're full up of health too.
Yep.
This is a tragical.
I know, there was one that I skipped back there too because of it. Bye. Is my light on? No. Turned it on at the wrong time.
What?
I turned bullet time on at the wrong time.
Yeah. You do seem to back away in bullet time.
Yeah, I think I'm a very defensive player.
I've noticed that. It's a very different playstyle than I'm used to. Like it's interesting to see how you tend to use bullet time in these short bursts, which is interesting. Because it's like it seems like you use it a lot for like and then you stop and then retreat into cover.
I use it for what? Shooting?
Precision shooting, and then you stop and retreat into cover a lot.
Yeah. That's how I do, my dude.
Yeah. It is very interesting.
Oh, they saw my flashlight.
Yeah, they're pretty smart for 2005 AI.
For real.
Exploding barrel.
Oh, was that?
Yep.
Oh, shoot!
I think you threw that grenade.
I did.
Well, I mean, it blew up the barrel, so
Okay.
they are definitely dead.
Because I meant to throw it at them, but it hit the wall next to me.
Yeah, it doesn't. What I like about that is it doesn't shoot out from the center of your body. It shoots out from where. Well, from where you think your arm might be.
Yeah.
Even though no human's arm is realistically there, it seems like it makes sense.
Yeah. That's I think that's the whole point of game design is it's not necessarily what would be accurate, but rather what feels the most accurate.
Yeah, well, like this office. This office feels like an office, right?
Yeah, but if
offices.
if we actually looked at it, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, and that's what's great about like it seems like such a simple thing, but when it gets it's so obvious when games get it wrong, and it becomes so obvious how difficult it is to pull it off, to make a space both fit the mechanical needs and the pacing needs of a scene, while also feeling realistic.
Yeah.
It's like a great example. This is actually from film, which, though I hate the comparison between games and film, I'm going to use it in this case.
Why do you hate that?
Because for so long, like particularly in the 2000s, games were obsessed with becoming more cinematic.
See all of what's-his-face's work.
Hideo Kojima.
Oh, that works too. I was thinking of,
Oh God,
Douche Canoe. Yeah.
David Cage.
Yeah.
Oh no. A game
true.
which we're gonna have to actually check the Twitch terms of service for it, but you need to play Indigo Prophecy.
Oh God. And there was another one, wasn't there?
Fahrenheit. It's
Fahrenheit.
That's same game as
Oh,
Indigo
it's the same
Prophecy.
game. Okay.
It had a different release title here in the U.S. because there was already a movie out here called Fahrenheit. But yeah, like I hate the comparison because it's like they're two radically different medium. But I'm making the comparison here just because, not in a technical sense, but Michael Wanda, one of the f.e.a.r humans, he's appeared on SciShow a lot, but he's also doing Crash Course history right now.
Fire!
A lot of fire. I am the god of hellfire!
And I bring
With you, fire. Oh no!
Dang! This boyo is a strong boy.
That was a healthy boy. But Michael Aranda, he's doing Crash Course Film History, and he talked about like how the he's talking about it like different films, and of course, like I think the first episode was Citizen Kane.
Okay.
Because what else would you do?
Yeah.
And he talked about how like the setup, like if like actually let's look at this room right here.
This one?
Why does that exist?
Yep.
Other than as a way to get to navigate around enemies, why does that exist?
It doesn't.
And there's a specific scene he references where they're in it's when Kane is in his early days at the news office. The camera is a pull through the table. So like the camera is sitting there looking at them, and the camera's backing up as they're walking towards the table. They walk up to the table, and the camera is over the table and
the camera is what?
At the start of the scene, the table is behind the camera. The two characters walk towards the camera pulls over the table.
Yeah.
Or it pulls basically through the table.
Oh.
And is then now behind the table. And it's like, how did they do that? And now that feels right, but when you think about it in a technical sense, like, wait, how did that happen? What they did is they actually had the table split down the middle.
Yes.
So that it would pull out, they pulled it out for the camera to go through and then closed it back.
That is so cool.
Yeah. Citizen Kane is like, changed so much of how we shoot scenes, but which is relevant to video games as a visual medium, but we do so much of like that in video games, like that back there, that quote which like scene doesn't really apply to video games, but that encounter we just had.
Helicopter.
Yeah.
Does that mean, did they leave me?
Or are there helicopters circling the perimeter? Or remember the replica had helicopters. Oh no. But that scene we just had, there was all this space that didn't make sense. All these I think the pallets of drywall were more realistic-ish, but there was all this, like, scattered about garbo existing purely to take cover behind.
Fire and rescue's giving up on Jankowski. I'm hoping it just banged his head really hard and he's wandering around the harbor with amnesia.
Sorta.
Rowdy better just mention Jankowski. I wonder who we're gonna meet in about 5 seconds.
Damn. You're right.
I mean, I don't even remember if that's actually what happens here. I'm just pretty sure that's what's about to happen.
I'm dropping down to a... Oh, look at that. Oh, ouch.
I also like that touch.
I was wondering where the last part was, and it's right here.
See, that's really good level design, because it's like, it makes the space feel more real, feel under construction.
Yeah.
Oh, we are running up on our time.
Uh-oh. Oh, no. These boyos. They're coming for me.
You're not going back. Time to... Nice.
Got him. Got that boyo. What? What are you thinking of?
Oh, I was just thinking about, like, the difference between our playstyles, and like how that emerges.
No movement. It's fine. It's just this dead guy.
whose butt's pinned to a wall.
He's twerking.
Yeah.
Go do it. Do it, man. Do it.
Because, like, that's interesting, you know, how different people approach, like, because I know that a lot of my game-isms, like, I hoard ammo. I hoard ammo and weapons, because, and I know vividly why I do that, because, like, I played Doom as a kid. Like, my formative game experience is Doom, where if you weren't saving your weapon, you got donked hard. So
I used to have that tendency, like the weapon hoarding, but the more and more that I started playing FPSs and stuff, and playing things like Fallout, I have kind of let that tendency go by the wayside.
I still struggle with it. I still struggle with it super hard.
I used to struggle with it hardcore, but I found more and more that games have kind of become more lenient with that.
I mean, to be fair, I think that's reasonable. I think
that games have become more lenient with that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too.
Because I think there are a lot of people, like even some game critics that I follow, who are really stuck up in this idea that like games were quote unquote better in the past. Like, alright. I'll grant you there were more experimental, like, not like AAA, but like B-grade games. Kind of like this. Like, this is a bit of a weird title.
A little bit. Not immensely weird. But...
Not immensely weird, but, like, it's definitely, like, a horror game in a time of horror games were not the norm. Because, like, it's a horror shooter, which, weird enough, like, outside of Resident Evil. And
Resident Evil, with its origins, it wasn't a horror shooter. It was a puzzle game, basically.
Yeah. And this is definitely, like, this hard emphasizes shooter. It was that was a real choice. Like the way he was just like into the wall. That was some like anime punch right there.
I should have kicked him.
No, I mean the shotgun was pretty choice. Like, you're right. This game isn't like supremely weird, but it's definitely like.
It played with it combined elements that weren't usually combined.
Yeah, it's odd. It's experimental, and like are there less like AAA has never been that experimental.
Yeah.
Even when it is revolutionary, like say Halo, it's like Halo is revolutionary, but it sticks to an accepted formula for shooters, and is experimental in different ways. Like its use of open space is very experimental, but it also sticks to kind of tried and true shooter trends of the period, while like layering on top of that. And there are still I think people over exaggerate how bland AAA games have become. Although they have a tendency to like trend increasingly, particularly with the costs involved, they are trending towards being less experimental.
Oh yeah.
But I think the real loss, because of the cost model of the industry, where it's like basically a lot of studios have become reliant on like one AAA title a year, that the industry has kind of muscled out a lot of the not indie, not AAA games that have success or failure produced a lot of interesting ideas that we would then later build on. Like, this game got two whole series out of it, really.
I heard that they were bad, though.
How you holding up, Mr. Bishop?
I didn't. This is the gem of the series.
There you are.
The two expansions for this game immediately in the era.
Don't do that to me.
Do what?
God dang it. Situation. F.e.a.r. operative liberated a hostage. Aldous Bishop.
Who claimed that he was interrogated about Harlan Wade, a senior Armacam researcher. Wade's whereabouts are unknown. Bishop also reported that he is a colleague of Wade's daughter, Alice. Yes. It is assumed she will have been targeted by replica forces and may already be a prisoner. S.f.e.a.r. operative Douglas Holliday is escorting Bishop to the roof for immediate evac. f.e.a.r. technical officer is continuing forensic breakdown of S.f.e.a.r. massacre site. There are indications that many Armacam employees were executed. And by and by indications you mean a fuck ton of bodies dumped on an elevator.
Good. Mission. F.e.a.r. combat operative will rendezvous with Holiday at the helicopter landing zone, HLZ.
I think we should drop it here for today.
Okay.
Because it is 9:55.
Oh, perfect. Here,
and we're at a breakpoint.
Yeah.
So let's hit the save here.
Empty. Yes. Blindside. The play's the thing.
So. What was I rambling about before?
AAA games.
Oh, yeah. So the AAA industry is in an effort to continue to service the increasingly runaway budgets, and whether you agree with it or not, and like whether you agree with the analysis or not, I do feel like Extra Credits made a valid point in that like inflation has happened in the 5 to 10 years since $60 price point became the norm. Price points haven't increased. Price points haven't increased for the base game. Budgets have radically inflated for games.
Yeah.
And the human salaries have inflated because of the rate of inflation. Like, at the scales AAA games are working on, human salary inflating is a thing.
Yeah.
And whether or not you think that's a valid excuse for other monetization options, I'm on the fence about that. But
yeah, we've had privately discussions about this before.
Yeah.
And for me, if it meant ditching the pay to win
and that's
stuff.
I think there's a better like what I think is external monetization is going to be a thing for basically forever now, unless we're willing to throw a bunch more cash at games, which I don't think we are.
I don't know. I feel like a lot of it is pushed by greed more than anything.
I think so, but I also think it's pushed by the model that they've chosen. This is why I brought up the AAA thing, because
they've chosen that model because of greed.
Yeah, I also think they've chosen that model not necessarily because of greed, but because of fad.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
fad has a lot to do with it.
Fad and the people assert that the game's audience is still very graphics obsessed. I don't necessarily agree with that.
I definitely don't agree with that.
But it
as shown by Undertale and things like that. A lot of the 2D platformers that are coming back.
That's also a function of the PC market, which the console market has a lot narrower in indie space because it doesn't have platforms like GOG and Steam and Humble Bumble.
I think that the Switch is making an effort in that.
Nintendo ironically is finally breaking out of their hard opposition to indie developers.
Yeah.
Which thank the gods.
One of their biggest sellers on the Switch is Stardew Valley.
Yeah. Well, and that's I think Nintendo caught on to the failure of the Wii U.
It's hard not to catch on.
Well, and I mean, I think that's largely one part of that's marketing, because the hardcore gamers didn't like it because it had Wii in its name.
Wait, really? Is that a real thing?
Yeah, because a lot of core gamers didn't like the Wii because it's for kids.
Oh, it's because it was associated with
the Wii.
I thought it was because they didn't like that it was called Wii.
No, it's because it's associated with it's more quote unquote casual.
Whatever.
Yeah. I also think a big factor in that though was that the Wii U, that game companies hesitate. They don't want to put out a game for a platform unless they know that there's going to be an audience for that platform. But for a platform to have an audience, it needs games.
Yeah.
Which is why you need to put out, you have to have a lot of release titles out for a game. And I remember explicitly, this was back when I was in college and doing game design stuff in college. A lot of us were we weren't watching the Nintendo announce conference, but we were kind of skimming news articles as it was happening. Wii U announced that there was going to be a Unity dev kit, and for those of you who don't know, Unity is a very popular game engine among indie developers.
Yep.
Because
Dream Daddy was made on it.
Yeah. Because it's hella cheap.
Yep. And relatively user friendly.
Yes, very much so. And a lot of you may be thinking, man, Unity is used to make bad games. That's not true. Actually, a lot of games that you probably very much like are made on Unity. You just don't see it because the free version of the user license requires you to put the Unity logo in your starting screen.
Yep.
The premium version does not. So the high quality games.
Because let's rephrase this a little bit. You might be thinking that the Unity engine is used to make bad games. It is.
It is. It is used to make very, very good games as well.
Yeah.
You just wouldn't know.
Yeah.
But they had announced there was going to be a Unity dev kit for Wii U, which I remember being all about. Because, I remember even thinking at the time, could you imagine if Nintendo had wanted to print money on the Wii U? if they had just gone ring, 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 Wizards of the Coast, we would like to put D&D on the Wii U.
That would have been amazing.
And just, like, watch money explode out of the phone.
Nintendo is so strangely adverse to money.
Here's how adverse they were. The dev kit. Just the dev kit for the game. In Unity, $5,000.
What?
Yeah!
Are you kidding me?
Nope. And I remember vividly, a lot of us were crowded around one person's laptop, and we were looking at it as $5,000, and everyone was like, "Oh," and kind of walked away.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Why?
Nintendo of Japan, which more or less still, like, Nintendo of America has some independence, but Nintendo of Japan is still very, very adverse to third-party, or until recent history has been very adverse to third-party content on their platforms, which is, I think, ultimately killed the Wii U. Even though I will defend the Wii U to death as one of the most innovative, Nintendo is still better at making, like, broad picture, I don't think consoles really have a reason to exist. Like, okay.
Well,
by consoles, I mean...
they are, like...
By consoles, I mean Xbox
and
Xbox and PlayStation do not have a reason to exist other than marketing. Like, marketing is their... Part of the reason they pour so much money into marketing is it is their sole function now. Because, like, I mean, you could argue it's like, oh, well, they're a cheaper PC. It's like... Except they're not... As their prices increased such to the point where they're not that much cheaper of a PC, and you can do less on it.
Yeah.
And Nintendo, what's really great about them is they justify a reason for their platform's existence by offering experiences you cannot get elsewhere. Whereas, like, particularly with the revolution in PC gaming has had since the rise of Steam, you can now use your Xbox controller on PC.
Yep.
You can use controllers on PC. You can run emulators on PC. Most games are multi-platform releases now. The only reason to buy a console is if you have a particular devotion to an exclusive, which is the whole point of exclusives. And, like, the weird cultural marketing around consoles.
Yeah.
Like, I am willing to bet those you know the Krusty Krab Gem Bucket memes? Where people have started doing that for, like, you know, Xbox and PlayStation. I am willing to bet money that some intern at Sony or Microsoft was assigned to make those.
What? I don't know about that.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Because that's, like, the whole culture war between PlayStation and Xbox is entirely contrived.
Yeah, but I think that the culture war has gotten to a point where it happens.
It's self-sustaining.
Naturally, yeah.
Well, that's how you know gaming culture has been real screwed. We're doing Microsoft and Sony's job for them.
Yeah.
But
I mean, not me, because I'm a trash PC master racer.
Yeah, PC master race.
But it is actually very interesting because the only console-like things that I've really had and been interested in have been Nintendo.
Because they and that's the thing. Nintendo has always been very smart. They're very long game. They play a real long game in terms of investment.
Yeah.
And they've been really clever with their hardware. They know that part of the whole reason for the Switch being mobile is because they know that mobile games are driving Game Boys out of, like, business.
You mean DS?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is the DS not a Game Boy brand? Is it not Game Boy DS?
No, I don't think so.
Really? Is it just the DS?
Yeah, I think
Holy
so.
shit. I thought it was... Wow, all these years I thought I was Game Boy branded.
I don't think so.
Holy shit. You're blowing my mind here. You're wrecking my day.
Yeah, and most of the data that they've collected from usage of the Switch has been majority of people use it as a handheld.
Yeah, well, and that's what they're doing. They're trying to they're consciously trying to merge their DS and console brands.
Yep.
Because they know that only that way can they compete with mobile platform games.
Mobile games?
Yeah. Mobile games have been consuming the space that was the DS's space.
That doesn't surprise me.
And so Nintendo, being smart, has been like, all right, well, we'll merge our mobile and console brands into this, and we'll combine ideas from the Wii U, because the Wii U was still a fucking fantastic idea, and only Nintendo's allergy to working with not Nintendo is kept that from being. It makes me so mad.
Well, also the branding of it.
Branding definitely did hurt it, but I also think like Nintendo and branding collaborated to make just a disaster.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Out of what should have been just like a grand slam success.
Yeah.
But
I do appreciate that they're trying to combine that with the Switch, because I do like the option.
Yeah.
Although, from my experience with the Switch and my experience with the different iterations of DS, I don't know, I feel like the DS felt more ergonomic as a handheld than the Switch.
Yeah, that's true, and I think that they're still experimenting with that.
Yeah.
I think what they're trying to do is they're basically saying, we're going to give you this tablet-sized device, and you're going to be able to play games that you wouldn't be able to play on a phone or on a tablet. Like we're like Splatoon.
Console games.
Yeah, like I played in my living room right here. I played Splatoon on Jacob's DS or no DS Switch, and I was playing it handheld on the screen, which was disorienting to get used to. But
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
it was definitely fun. Like particularly with the motion action and being able to tilt the screen, like it was enjoyable.
Yeah.
And by Splatoon, for those of you well actually me in the audience, yes, I mean Splatoon 2. But, you know.
I think we've rambled enough.
Yeah.
For these humans. End of stream ramble.
End of stream ramble. And scene.
Thanks, guys, for hanging out with us today.
Yeah.
Got some good stuff done.
Yeah, we got a lot of good stuff done. We made a lot of progress in f.e.a.r, and if all things are good, then we will be here with you next week with more f.e.a.r as the plot thickens. Because, is the plot about to thicken?
Good.
Into a fine sauce.
Oh man, that just made me hungry.
Yeah. Well, this has been The Play's the Thing. We hope we've caught your consciences today. So if you like what you've seen here on the stream today, please share us with your friends, because we know we've got a lot of you regulars out here. Please share us with your friends, because we like having more mins to talk to.
Yeah. We love it when you guys talk to us, when the chat actually decides to work.
Yes, from the chat. It's been behaving today, actually.
That's good.
Chat's just been, being pretty quiet today.
Yeah.
You're welcome, Jelly and Corkin. But yes, please share us with your friends.
Yes.
We would like many more humans here
to touch with our tentacles.
Exactly. And if you would like to catch up on past streams, like say past f.e.a.r streams, because I highly encourage this, not just because more humans watching us is a good thing, but also because f.e.a.r is fucking the greatest fucking goddamn
game. It's been really good.
It's such a good game. Check out the doobly-doo, which is in our pants on this video, which will have links to our Twitter, which I think I'm gonna, after a 4-month break, I think I'm gonna get back on
Twitter.
I have readied my body for that trash fire again. But if you are a user of the trash fire that is Twitter, first off, my sympathies. I understand. Second off, we got a Twitter down on the doobly-doo.
We got a Facebook.
We got a Facebook.
We got an Instagram.
We got an Instagram.
We have a YouTube. And we have this Twitch that you are probably listening to us.
Well, you're listening to it. You're probably, if you're listening to us on YouTube, we have a Twitch, which you should please follow us on.
For live streams.
If you're here live, hit us up on the, thank you. Thank you for that. Hit us up on the YouTube, where make sure you like, share, and subscribe for boys.
Good.
But yeah, follow us on all that social media crap, and if you're on YouTube, check us out live at twitch.tv/theplacethething. Cool. Goodbye.
Oh
no! Slow
Tetsuo! Oh no, I don't know how to turn it off.
It's, hang on. Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
What if I just quit?
Hang on. This is a very smooth transition. Hello, humans. Shift tab. Control tab.
Well, that's that.
We live here now. Goodbye.
Let's try quitting and see if that works.